When she was 23, everyone thought Amaka would be the first among her friends to get married. She was beautiful, spirit-filled, deeply rooted in the word, and carried herself with grace. Even in university fellowship, many brothers admired her, not just for her beauty, but for her heart for God. Proposals came and some were tempting, but she turned them down with one quiet reason: God hasn't spoken to me yet. By 28, the whispers had started. Is she being too picky? She rejected a good brother, now look at her. She's just wasting time waiting for some vision that may never come. Amaka heard it all. The church aunties gave her extra long hugs during weddings. Her friends slowly moved on, marriage, motherhood, life. And Amaka, she prayed, fasted, cried, and waited. It wasn't that she didn't feel lonely sometimes. There were nights she clutched her pillow and asked God, have you forgotten me? She had men who came with sweet words, spiritual packaging, even high-status jobs. But every time she brought them before the Lord, her heart had no peace. One day during a retreat, a guest minister said something that struck her. It's better to wait long than to marry wrong. When you wait on God, you never come last. You come prepared. That was all she needed to hear. She decided that whether it took 2 years or 10, she would rather be in God's will than in a rushed marriage. Then at 33, she met Chidi. He wasn't what she had imagined. He wasn't the loud type. He didn't come with fine words or flashy suits, but he came with clarity. In their first deep conversation, he said, I have prayed for years, and I believe you are who God has prepared for me. I'm not in a hurry. I just want to follow God's peace with you. For the first time in her life, her spirit was still. Peace, joy, clarity. They courted purely, seeking counsel and staying accountable. They prayed more than they posted. And on their wedding day, she stood at the altar in tears, not because of fear, but because she knew this was what the waiting had been for. Years later, Amaka would sit with younger women and say, I know what it feels like to wait and wonder if God has forgotten you. But I'm here to tell you, there is joy at the end. There's peace when you walk into God's plan and realize it was worth every tear, every lonely night, every no you had to say. His will is still the best. Moral of the story: waiting is not a punishment, it's God's preparation. When you trust Him with your love story, even if it takes time, you'll find that the end is filled with a joy that erases the pain of the wait.